Ramble.
Thank you to PayPal, Allbirds, Joybird, and Perfect Snacks for sponsoring this episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of You Can Sit With Us. Today, we're switching things up on the pod. We're joined by our podcast producer, Rachel.
Oh, and look, we have guests, Becky. We have guests.
We have our Pixette Rainie, our Pixie Miles, and we are joined by the two in-house Bachelor experts for Second Try LLC. We have Alex.
Hi, everyone.
And we have Keith.
Hi there. Yes. Hello. Hi. Glad to be here.
So you guys are here today to chat with us a little bit about the sort of enigma that is Bachelor in Paradise. You're both fans of Bachelor in Paradise. Everyone in this room is a fan of Bachelor in Paradise. I'm going to start with Alex because I think you're the one who's been probably watching it the longest.
Think so?
Yeah.
So I started watching when all of the Juan Pablo drama went down.
Oh, no. I've been watching it the longest.
Yeah, I don't think
Whoa.
I've been watching the longest.
I've been watching it the least. This is my first season.
This is our first
really?
season.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
was a purist before
Your
now.
first season of Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes,
I thought you meant
exactly.
Bachelor.
I've been watching The Bachelor, The Bachelorette for a bit now, but this is the first time I've landed on the beach with all the rejects trying to find love with one another.
Trying to find love or
just hook up or just get famous. Yeah. But I mean, that's a lot of the contestants on the normal Bachelor and Bachelorette. As we have seen in recent seasons, they've been outed.
Listen.
That one dude especially who was like, I'm here
Thomas.
to get famous. And now he's on the show where you just also go to get more famous. So the producers are inhibitors. They are rather
inhibitors.
Not the uninhibitors. What is the right word?
I don't know.
They're encouraging them.
yeah.
They make them. They're like, yeah, this
they're
is good.
enablers.
Enablers.
When did you start watching The Bachelor, though?
Who was the Bachelor after Juan Pablo?
Lord, the
Really
15
focused on
seconds
Juan
of
Pablo.
fame really only last 15 seconds in my head. As soon as their season's over, I forget their names.
It wasn't the winery guy, was it?
No, that's
think
the first one was the tire
Ben.
guy,
Yeah.
Andrew Firestone.
Ben.
It's not him. I think Ben Higgins is when I really started to get into
Okay,
it because Caitlin Bristow's season was, I think, when I really, really got into the show, and then I stuck with it after that.
Yeah.
Except for a few seasons I didn't care to watch.
When Bachelor started, there was not, because I was in college when we watched, and there was no Instagram. There was no like social media. So they weren't trying to get famous in this like tangible, can turn it into sponsorship way.
Yeah, they were just trying to be e-hosts.
Yeah.
That was mostly what happened. They would be on or the TV Guide channel. Like when they started having hosts and personalities, a lot of the Bachelor people ended up being on the TV Guide channel.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
You know, it is, and it actually has a lot of original programming. It doesn't have a lot of guides anymore. Yeah, the lights just shifted.
There's
Got
a
very
shift.
romantic in here.
The
but
ghosts of past bachelors and
I
bachelorettes
don't
from
know
the
how
island
they-
are talking to us. Well, for all the people listening that don't watch Bachelor in Paradise, if they're still listening and haven't just skipped this episode based on title, can you, Alex, maybe tell us a little bit about what is Bachelor in Paradise and how is it different from The Bachelor, Bachelorette?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Bachelor in Paradise takes all of the most recognizable people from past seasons of Bachelor and Bachelorette and puts them on a beach together. So it's all of your favorites, it's all of the villains, it's all of the forgotten people who maybe got eliminated too soon and they want to give them another chance. And so they put an uneven amount of women and men on the beach, and basically there's a rose ceremony every week. People get eliminated, and people are also constantly being introduced onto the beach. So it's just a mess, and it's great.
It's a lot of drama. Keith, what do you like the most about just the Bachelor franchise in general? And then how does that translate to what you love about Bachelor in Paradise?
Well, I love a good self-aware villain. That's why if you're watching this season, I love Demi. Demi is sort of...
You love Demi?
Well, you hold on now. I would not ever want to be friends with Demi. However, Demi was clear from the get-go who she was going to be, and she's stuck with it. And she's the only honest one. All the rest of them are doing exactly what Demi's doing, but Demi's being honest about it.
No, I
No,
think
she
Demi's
wasn't
being
honest.
so...
I think she
she's
knows how to
such a
play the
ham
game.
about it, too.
Her first line is, I'm here to break up couples.
I think
Like she
she's
said,
playing
I'm here
a
to-
character. You never get real vulnerable Demi ever, and that's my problem with her.
Oh, we got a slight vulnerable. Real
A little
Demi
bit when she's like whispering, "Do you want to go to the boom boom room?"
She was sad that they went to the boom boom room, and now he was picking someone else.
Yes, and then she kept offering the boom boom room as if that would save her, and the desperation was pretty hard to watch.
I also don't think she was being vulnerable. I think she was reacting to feeling rejected.
Yeah.
She wasn't like sharing all of her raw emotions. She was pissed that someone didn't want to go to the boom boom room with her, and that's how she reacted.
How many times do you think the producers have to encourage them to say the boom boom room before they get to the beach, just to make sure that nobody calls it, the fuck bed, the sex fort? No, it's the boom boom room. It's got to sound cute. It's still on network television.
I think these guys are buying into the game. They're in for boom boom room.
That's true.
Do you remember? Oh, this is your first season.
Yeah.
There was there was a whole season where everything they said was like, oh, they just kept repeating, do you remember this? I'm all in on you. Are you all in on me? I'm all in. Because they can't bring themselves to say like, girlfriend, boyfriend, getting engaged, we want to get married. They'd just be like, I'm all in, Keith. Are you all in?
That's because the power dynamics shift every rose, like every phase. So the audience, if you aren't aware, the reason there's I washed the hair today. It's all gonna be ruined. Becky just fixed my hair for those only listening on audio. It's never gonna get fixed. But every week there's a disproportionate amount of men and women, and whoever has the roses to give out, they're like, I want to see where my relationships could go. I want to give everyone a chance. And as soon as they don't have the roses, they're like, why aren't you being committed to me? Why aren't we're in this together? But they're all flippant. They're all guilty of exactly what they accuse each other of, except for the specific drama that happened on these last 2 episodes, which is about getting famous, not finding love.
Okay. Recap it for us, Becky. What happened with Brendan and Natasha and Piper, the love triangle that never was?
Yeah. So, there were 2 in the last week. There's 2 episodes that went back to back. And for those that don't watch, each episode is 2 hours long.
This is 4 hours of content per week.
So yes, you watch a lot of Bachelor content in 1 week. But there were 2 episodes where a similar situation happened both times. There were pretty steady couples on the island. We had Brendan and Natasha, which didn't seem like they had the most chemistry. Oh, we got our date.
Oh, we're back. We're looking bright again.
That gold has a mind of its own.
It heard Natasha's name and it was like, yes, she is the light of the light.
She's a queen.
Yes. So Natasha and Brendan were very strong, going hard and heavy at the beginning. And then Piper pops in. She was one of the additional people that Alex and Keith had mentioned that come on to make things a little more uneven. And all of a sudden, Brendan's intentions switched. He wasn't all about Natasha anymore. He was like, I think we should explore other people. Brendan flip-flops. He comes back and he's like, actually, I don't know if this is working out for me. I'm going to go explore things with Piper. So then he starts seeing Piper a little bit, and it's a little too familiar. They're being a little too cozy, a little too kissy. And then we start hearing rumblings in the rest of the cast that Piper and Brendan have been asking about social media followings, how to get more screen time type things. And then, the dodos they are, they just blatantly start talking about getting followers. And Brendan tells Piper at one point, and that People magazine article came out. Us Weekly, yeah. And he was like, yeah, you got 10,000 followers from that. Isn't that crazy?
And Brendan does this dumbass thing. Brendan, you're a dumbass. I really dislike you. I hope you're listening. He does this dumbass thing where anytime he talks about it, he scratches on his microphone if we can't hear him.
Yeah.
He knows he's mic'd.
He thinks he's deactivating his mic every time he touches
filmed,
it.
And he's just like, I saw in Us Weekly that I got 100,000 more followers. And you're like, bitch, please. That's not how it works.
Yeah. So they had the fall from grace in that episode. And then for some reason in the next episode, we got a tenfold reaction from the rest of the cast.
Okay.
When Chris did the exact same thing to Yesenia when Atlanta came in.
Atlanta,
Right?
Alana.
Aren't they calling her Atlanta?
I thought they were calling her
Atlanta.
Atlanta. It sounded like
Atlanta.
they kept saying Atlanta.
That's what we thought.
It's spelled like
Atlanta.
Alana, but it's pronounced Alana.
So when you're at the store and you're ready to check out, it is so annoying when I cannot find my wallet to save my life. I feel like it just gets eaten by the bottom of my bag. When it's time to pay, why pull out your wallet or open your purse at all when you probably already have your phone in your hand? PayPal QR code payments are now accepted at CVS stores nationwide, so it's super easy to make touch-free payments with your phone, which is amazing. Plus, you get $10 cash back on your first purchase of $20 or more. Who doesn't like free money?
I was just in CVS the other day, and it is so much easier to use the QR code because you know how big my bags are. I picked up some lip gloss as well, and I got up to $20, and I got $10 cash back. To get $10 cash back on your first transaction of $20 or more, just head to your local CVS and pay using your PayPal or Venmo app. That's $10 cash back on your first purchase of $20 or more with the PayPal or Venmo app. To see terms and learn more about how to earn $10 cash back, go to paypal.com/sitwithus.
So 2 couples,
Yes.
both schemed. First of all, Chris and Alana were not even on their seasons at all. They got sent home like night 1 or 2 or something.
Yeah, I didn't remember
No
either of
one
them.
remembers
I don't
them.
remember them.
Brendan and Piper had more screen time, but both couples planned for one of them to go on Bachelor in Paradise first, the other one to join, then to quickly fall in love, to get screen time, beach vacation, and paid, and up their Instagram following. And the beach sort of reacted to Brendan and Piper being like, you guys should go home, poor Natasha. But they really reacted to Chris and Alana being like, how dare you do that to Jasenia? You have to leave right now. And they did. They left.
that was
Alana was
crazy.
only there like less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
I also feel like you never see Riley getting too riled up about anything. He's
I love
very
Riley.
smooth. He's got big muscles. His lower third is always works out.
Riley is a fan fave.
He just seems so sweet, so nice, and he just hated Chris.
Oh my
he
God.
was like,
he's yelling at Chris. He's like, you have no code, you have no honor, you don't belong here. And everyone was like, oh
I was
my
like,
God.
whoa! If you pissed Riley off, that means you are a real
You're really-
POS.
Why do you think there was such a difference in their reactions to the situations?
So I've investigated this on the internet.
Findings. Give us your findings.
So apparently the Natasha Brendan situation, only a few people knew about that. She was telling her friends on the beach, but like she wasn't trying to make it a big thing. Like she was upset, but she wasn't really spreading the news. And I think she kind of just went about her business after it with the whole Chris.
She did play detective in the best way. We can come
Yeah.
to that. But she looked like Carmen Sandiego, and she was like, I'm going to figure this out.
Yes.
She was good.
And then with the Chris, Jasenia, Alana situation, Chris kissed Alana in front of everyone. And then Jasenia had a very public reaction. And so everyone knew what was going on.
She came back from the secret party early.
Yes.
And then everyone's
VIP.
like, why did you come back from the secret party?
The
And she said,
tight-ass party?
Because my love is no longer in love with me. And they're like, how could they? And then it's like, and then they came back and they again were too lovey-dovey. And all these people have been having relationships months before coming. So
Yeah.
like, that's why this is happening. They're all lying. So then like, it's very interesting to see because you know that the producers, they know that. They
Yeah,
know
of
exactly
course the
all of this.
producers
And I'm sure
know
that the way
that.
they offer every single person on that beach is you get a free vacation, you get to hook up with hotties, we're going to pay you.
Somewhere between $400 and $1,000.
And
we
your
found
social
out
media,
by Deanie
yeah, and
Baby.
your social media following will grow. So like everyone is there for those reasons. Everyone is there for those reasons. But some of them feel more higher than thou because they're genuinely single.
Yes.
These other people like have been dating for 2 months, which I'll tell you in the real world, you're genuinely quite single if you've only been together for 2 months. You're not engaged.
But
for 2
what
months.
if you're scheming together to trick Bachelor Nation?
You know what? Villains do well.
So I think Brendan and Piper were obviously definitely scheming. I don't think Chris and Alana were scheming. I think they knew each other before this. I don't think there's a relationship. I think Chris is just a dummy. And I think
There was though, because when she was like, I came all the way out here for like less than 24 hours and I'm going home. I think she expected him to be like,
I think she did, but I think they were attracted to each other and were like gonna hook up if they were both on the beach. I don't think he also doesn't seem that smart. Like, I don't think there was a planned out
smart
thing with the two of them. I think he was just like, was feeling good. He had the rose. He had 2 girls that both wanted him, and he's going to take advantage of it.
Yeah. And the Bachelor Nation, like, Bachelor, Bachelorettes are very incestuous. So I feel like you always hear like little snippets of things that you don't really understand. Like they said to Yesenia said, oh, well, Atlanta, I really want to call her Atlanta. Atlanta was throwing herself at Chris in San Diego. And we're like, what the fuck happened in San Diego?
Okay, so I went to
think they
Chris's
all live in
tags
San Diego.
photo.
And I think that's like the San Diego
And
crew.
they were in San Diego together. Chris, Alana, Jacinia, they're all in tagged photos together.
Yeah.
So they either live there. I thought they lived in Texas, but they went on a trip to San Diego.
So there was already an attraction there. That's why I kind of agree with you, Alex, that I think they were stupid and not like mischievously planning. I think they just both were like, this is going to happen and this is going to get us more screen time. But unfortunately, it made them, not unfortunately, but unfortunately, it made them like very villainous very quickly. I do kind of want to change.
This is not your car.
Yeah.
This is not your car.
Oh my God.
That was so funny.
They're both leaving. They all get in their Escalades to leave, and he got in the Escalade that had Alana in it, and she's like, "This is not your car." Which
She's
is like,
so
wow.
pissed that this didn't work out for her.
It was so
that she's
funny.
still going home night 1, basically.
Yeah.
Like from her reaction, it didn't seem like it was a plan that went awry. It seemed like she went in, was going to like split up some couples if that's what she had to do to stay.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out for her.
Yeah.
She just had to go.
She also reminds me of the girl on Napoleon Dynamite who Napoleon draws a picture of, the popular girl. I was trying to figure out the whole episode who she looked like.
Gotta
And
look
I
back.
That's who she looks like.
Yeah. Talk to me about how dumb it is when Brenda and Piper go to dinner and Piper's like, who are you being right now? You're not being yourself. I don't understand.
Oh
I
my
thought we were going to
gosh.
pick up where we left off. And Brendan is like very carefully trying to be like, Piper, if I came to Paradise with a girlfriend, that would not be a good look. Like,
Right.
I had to navigate the situation to stay, Piper. And she was like, oh, okay. I was like, what is going on with her?
She seems like one of those
playing by
girls.
the plan.
She seems like one of those girls that's always like, wait, what? All the time. Huh?
Yeah. What I found interesting and just like a clear like red flag is that Natasha is 34. Piper is 24 or like 33 and 23. But basically this person is dating people 10 years apart. So something about that to me is like, no, your interests typically don't sway
And
that wide.
He wasn't dating Natasha.
No,
She could
exactly.
barely get him to kiss her.
That's true.
Oh, you know what else we were talking about that was sad?
So rude.
Yeah, so rude. Talk about what Brendan was saying about Natasha.
Brandon was being
Oh
a
my
big
gosh.
piece of shit.
This is why I
it's
hate him.
Such a piece of shit. And if you know any men in your life that are like this to anyone else, they're a piece of shit, and you should get them out of your life. Because this guy's basically like, well, it boiled down to you have no options here other than me. Nobody
you,
likes
Brendo.
you. You don't have any connections here, so you should be thankful that I was with you, so you could hang out on the beach longer and potentially maybe meet someone here, but you won't. So you shouldn't even be hurt because nobody likes you. He's a piece of shit. He's basically just gaslighting her into believing she's worthless. When it was really he was finding someone that he could control to manipulate the game.
So he could stay.
stay.
And when they had their one-on-one, she was like, I would have been talking to other people had I known that you were 1 foot out the door. You're really dating Piper. And he looks her in her eyes, sweet, smart Natasha, and goes, Who would you have been talking to? And it's like, anyone, bro.
Yeah.
There are people who went home already.
Yes.
Like there have been totally fine dudes, and also like there's also the way that this show works is they bring increasingly better people.
Yes.
So like you do want to stay to meet someone because they keep bringing hotter and hotter people, and sometimes also genuinely better people. Like Riley comes in not at the beginning, and he's so sweet. He's very aligned in like his morals. He's hot. He's
a
strong.
lawyer.
His
He's a
arms are
lawyer.
bananas.
His arms are legs.
Huge.
Okay.
Take your leg off and put it on your shoulder. Those are his arms.
His veins are crazy, though.
Yeah, they're
Well,
great.
when you're
his
that
veins-
strong, your muscles are just pushing your veins out of your body.
Becky, is it strong?
Yeah.
Is it juicy?
Maybe he's just dehydrated.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
They're drinking all the time.
He's strong as fuck.
They are drunk all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's why Chris was being so dumb. I
Didn't
think
they
he
say
was
it's
drunk.
a 2-drink
Yes.
minimum? Like you have to have.
We saw that
drink.
on TikTok.
I know, but
Unconfirmed.
But
2
like,
drinks per hour.
all the time.
I would die.
You can't. Do
I would
that.
throw up.
You'll die. Your body can only metabolize 1 drink an hour.
Alex is like, that's like a
So my
Saturday.
friend who worked on the show, he was saying they limited it after the whole Corinne situation.
Yeah, because obviously.
2 drinks an hour isn't necessarily 2 cocktails an hour. You could get
2 beers.
2 shots an hour. So you can still get pretty crazy with it.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Can one of my drinks be a seltzer?
All right, you're like, can I have just a very light beer? Can I have a Radler? To switch gears a little bit off of these couples that we now love to hate.
Oh, wait. Can I say one more
Yes,
thing?
yeah.
So I was listening to, I think, Tasha's podcast. She had Natasha on. And apparently Natasha said that Brendan was talking about, he had been married before. And so he was saying
that's
that
right.
it was really difficult for him to get back in relationship mode on the beach because he was still dealing with like his divorce emotionally. And he was just using it as an excuse.
That's
And
why
so
Natasha
Tasha was pissed too because she was like, I've been in that situation. You should never use that as leverage to try to control someone.
Wow.
Yeah, well, and that's why he
remember-
left Tasha's season, wasn't it? Because he said he wasn't ready to get married after
And
soon after his
Natasha
divorce.
kept saying, I kept trying to make you comfortable. I kept trying to make you comfortable. I didn't know what she meant, but she must have meant that he was like, I'm just nervous. I've been divorced. It was hard.
Yeah.
What a tool.
He
awful.
What an
is a
knob.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Please unfollow him on Instagram. 100,000 people have, and the trend should continue.
It's just
So
still
funny.
going down. I do want to talk about the most questionable thing I think that's happened on the season.
Yes.
And that is the rise of Kenny.
Oh my God.
Why
are all these
is
women fighting over Kenny?
gorgeous Mari
I know.
having
she's so
anything
beautiful.
to do with this 40-year-old man?
I think Mari is beautiful. I don't think she's the smartest.
Oh no, she's not.
If you are working out, chances are you are wearing synthetic fabrics made from oil. Yes, that oil, the same oil that you put in your car. The primary culprit in the global climate crisis is also the main ingredient in your favorite performance apparel, but it doesn't have to be. Allbirds has found a more sustainable way with their new collection of natural run apparel.
I absolutely love the Natural Run collection. They're super soft, so comfortable, and I like that I could wear them when I'm working out or if I just, need to take a run to the grocery store. I love cutting out synthetic materials made from big oil byproducts, so the fact that they're more natural, more sustainably made just makes them even better in my opinion.
The natural legging, along with the rest of Allbirds' Natural Run collection, focuses on natural materials with supernatural qualities, using as little synthetic fabric as possible. With the Allbirds Natural Run collection, nature is making a comeback. Shop the collection today at allbirds.com. That's ALLBIRDS.com.
They're not. So this dude, for those who don't watch, looks like a Jersey Shore cast member who's now 40.
He's got like
his skin is
stars.
amazing.
His skin
does have
looks
pretty
pretty
good
good.
skin.
He looks
For
pretty
being
young.
so tan, looks like he lays out a lot.
He has stars
time.
tattooed on his pecs. Let's never forget.
He looks like a dirtbag.
He's a boy band manager from Chicago.
He
and I
looks
found
like a boy
out
band
it's
manager.
because the band he manages is called Boy Band.
Oh,
That's why they keep writing Boy Band
I
manager
thought it
from
was like-
Chicago.
I thought it was so much cooler than that.
No.
No, it's not. But
No.
basically, there's a love triangle kind of around him. I guess a quadrangle, because you've got Demi, Mari, the newest girl,
Tia.
Tia.
Who has more euphemisms for vagina than anyone else, and it's great. She's like, my China pot. Tia.
But they all like this guy, and honestly, the only one who should be with him, in my opinion, is Demi.
Agreed.
I think they're right for each other.
But he likes Mari.
I know, of course, you would like Mari. Mari's beautiful.
But I
And
think he likes her personality, too.
Basically also been gaslit into liking him because she said one of the worst things, which is like, seeing him make out made me realize how much I liked him. Like, no. When you see someone be a dick to you and someone's awful to you, you do not say, oh, I truly like this person. No, you wake up and realize this person does not care about anyone.
But don't you think she kind of brought that on herself by being
yeah.
like, I want us to be off. I
was
want to
like
date
that, I
other
know.
people.
Kind of.
And then she was so confused when he's like, okay, I'm going to go date other people.
She was
she was so hurt.
She was like, no, I wanted to date other people, but I did not want you to. I was like, Mari, baby.
But that's the Rose power struggle that everyone has. As soon as the Rose is in their hand,
It's a great show.
they're like, I want to explore my options. As soon as the Rose is not in my hand, I'm like, how could you date someone else? I thought we were exclusive.
Yeah, except for Abigail, apparently. Abigail had the Rose and was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think we have a lot of like chemistry essentially. And it was like, Abigail, you told Noah that you wanted to take it slow.
She did. And then he was like, I'm going to kiss her anyways because I think I don't want to be in the friend zone. And then she was like, oh, I liked that. But she told him she wants to go really, really slow.
Yeah.
I think she also doesn't know what she wants.
No. And I think Noah is just like tired. Like I feel like every time you see him, he's just like,
he's just like, it's fine. We're happy. It's fine.
This is good enough,
Poor
right?
stuff.
We're both coasting along through the show, getting paid each day. Let's just keep it simple, babe. This doesn't have to be a big thing.
Which like is kind of smart. Like they're both probably exhausted. They just want to hang out.
Yeah.
They've like secretly teamed up, but they haven't said it to each other. They're just gonna keep it going.
Yeah. It's a nice, like quiet, casual. Do you think that things are going to get crazier now that Becca, a former bachelorette, now the first ever bachelorette to show up on Paradise? Do you think I thought it would bring more drama. And then we got this weird other storyline about the people wanting to be influencers. And we didn't really get a full Becca moment other than at the end of the episode when Becca started hanging out with Thomas.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get more from that. I think she also like is a little bit older and done this before. So she didn't come in like, I'm gonna break up some couples. I'm here to stay. She's just kind of here to like see if anything actually works out.
Yeah.
On that date, it was very clear to me that she had been the Bachelorette because I was like, oh, she's so charismatic and good at hosting this and like good at moving the transitions along. And even the way she like checked in on Natasha when her drama was going down and took Tammy aside and was like, I want to make sure we can still be friends and this is okay with you, even though it was not okay with Tammy. Tammy said yes. She's just like, she's a good host. I was like, oh, Becca's a senior in this situation.
On the other side.
Yeah.
You know, she's been on the story room, figuring out what's happening.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What do we think about the whole Tammy situation? Do we like Tammy? Do we not like Tammy? I go back and forth.
She's a firecracker.
I like her now.
Yeah.
She's
Cute
really
as hell.
disliked her on her Bachelor season.
Same.
I thought she was just so mean. And she surprised me. She's like, I don't know, interacting with people and like being a little bit more respectful than I thought she would. She's not stirring the pot as much as I thought she would.
Well, I think sometimes when people are mean, they get the mean girl edit. So you don't see anything else.
Right.
And she was mean. But like maybe she was also whittled down to be edited just to be mean.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because she seems more well-rounded now.
She's she's a very strong lady, though.
Yes.
She does not back down from anything.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause wasn't she the one who like someone was making out with her guy? So she's like, fuck that. I'll go make out with them right now in front of them again. Like, I'll do it right back. And she was like, you don't touch my man. It was like that was like the second
But
episode.
then she
the first
switched
episode.
men.
Oh, yeah.
She
Then
switched.
immediately she was like, nah. Because
Changed my
she
mind.
had the power.
Yeah.
Whoever has the power gets to do whatever they want.
I do like that she's just messing with the guys this season. Like there's no girl drama with her,
Yeah.
which is nice because I want her to mess with guys. I don't really love the girl drama.
No.
It's not fun
Yeah.
to watch.
Mean girls are not fun.
No. And I think what's really interesting too that I didn't know or that we didn't know because we never watched it before was that the season before hasn't seen. So like Katie's men haven't seen their season. They didn't get to see it.
Because this was filmed in June.
Yeah.
And so no one knows them. So
No.
they came in and no one had watched them.
Right.
Yeah. So it was really interesting to see the girls with especially Thomas.
Yes.
Who was portrayed as this like huge villain of his season that he admitted that he said he wanted to be. I think there was more going on with him behind the scenes than what they were showing us because the men all got very angry at the fact that he said he, initially was like, well, maybe I could be the next Bachelor.
Yeah.
And they all kind of like ran with that story. But now that he's on the beach, people are vicious. They just like
They
hate
hate
him
him.
with a passion. And by people, I mean the men. All the women are like, he is so hot. He is so tall.
He's tall.
Okay.
I do
What's
love
going
his edit
on?
when they brought him in and they were
How
like,
tall he was.
oh my God, all he talks about is how tall he is. He puts it in every conversation. And then it cuts to him just telling every girl that he's 6'3" or however tall he is.
6'6". Do you guys think he's hot?
I go back and forth. I don't think he's hot because to me, hot is like attractive.
Yeah, me
But
too.
I think he can look handsome. When he first came on the beach, he looked disheveled. There's something going on with his hair. I think he generally looks over exfoliated. Like his face is a little too shiny. But like he's cute. Like if I saw him in a bar, I'd be like, oh, there's a
There's
good looking guy. I
something
don't know.
about his facial hair that just, I don't know.
Oh,
His
the little
face
creepy
is not.
goatee?
His face is not cute to me. He's obviously very fit and very tall, but I don't know. I'm not swooning, and everyone else is like, oh, Thomas.
He seems all greasy.
Yeah.
He seems like he could save your life, though.
Does seem
Yeah,
like
sure.
it could
If
save
he
your
felt
life.
like
If
it.
I'm hanging on the side of a cliff, he's going to save me.
With one arm.
He's going to reach down and just pick me up with one arm like it's nothing.
Well,
I'll
so
be
will
fine.
Riley.
Riley, too. Both of them.
Riley.
I probably
Riley.
prefer Riley.
Me too.
But I don't know if I'm cool enough to hang with Riley. He seems very cool.
But if Thomas
And
saves
also
your life,
very
he's going to
quiet.
hold it over your head forever.
That's true.
Okay.
He'll bring it up
Say, hey, I
every
saved
time.
your life. Yeah,
I
Riley
loved.
wouldn't do that. But also, like, I think I'm too loud for Riley. I think he wants. I don't think he wants to be surrounded by quiet, calm people. I don't think he would.
I loved Deandra, Riley, and Marissa sitting by the pool narrating the conversation.
Commenting on everything.
I was like, hire them for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah, they were
hire them
great.
for the Super Bowl. They're my favorite commentators.
Yeah, they were very funny.
Yeah, from a production standpoint, are you ever watching it and you're like, what are the flaws and the things that you think they do exceptionally well as other people who work in unscripted television?
Ooh, that's a good question. I will say one thing my friends and I have been trying to figure out is how many sound mixers they have on this beach. And we read 11 in the credits, so I don't know how many sound mixers they're running at once, but like the sound is pretty good for people running all over.
And
the sound's
on
great.
the beach.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sound
On
is
the windy, rainy beach.
quite good.
Yeah.
I think they've got secret microphones everywhere.
And Brendan can't even mess his up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
scratching. But yeah, I think sound is great, and I think also they do a good job of like making sure no one's overheated, because that's always my thing. If I ever went to Paradise, I think I'd just be getting heat stroke every day.
Tajwan.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I
felt
miss
so bad for
Tajwan.
her.
I wish she had stayed.
I know. I wish there was better guys for her.
I know.
I think this
Trey's
just wasn't
cute,
her
but
environment though. If you're sweating and sick, all
She
the
did so
time-
much better than she did the last time she was on, though.
She did. She tried. She was good.
Yeah.
I think the producers are killing it this season. It's been an incredible season of television. But like when Jacinia walked through perfectly when Chris and
yeah.
Alana were making
my
out,
gosh,
I was
yeah.
like, what did they tell her was over there?
I think they're just saying, hey, you should go check on them.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's very like, you should go check. Maybe if you want to go see if you could steal him for a minute and just chat so we can get a one-on-one with you dude real quick. And then they know she's about to walk and see it. And they're like, oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah,
I imagine there's some person similar to the guy in the Truman Show who's watching all the screens going, yes, exactly as I thought. Yes, and now they're going to walk in on each other on 3, 2, 1. Ah, it's broken. I think there's an evil villain somewhere at the top that we'll never meet.
Flice.
They're just hiding. I imagine there is a room with 1 million screens.
Yeah, there's
has
got to
to
be.
be.
Yeah.
So many
That's probably where
cameras.
the air conditioning
Sometimes
is.
there's like 7 camera coverage on one scene of
Yeah.
2 people.
Yeah.
Like, how many cameras are? Oh my god!
And you don't often see the other cameramen though.
No, they're really
they do a
good.
good job.
They do a great job.
Yeah.
like every so often you'll see like someone running out of the shot, but they're like 50 feet away, and they're just like a PA just getting behind the tree really quick.
I do think Kendall's entrance was timed perfectly.
Wow, it was.
And I loved their conversation because it was like real drama. You were like, these people loved each other. They had like a real life commitment. And it was really them figuring out how they're going to interact on this beach. Like, that's the drama I want. I don't want like the messy who's making out with who.
Yeah.
I like the real relationship drama.
And there were like real stakes to that too.
Yeah.
Though I felt like it kind of changed my opinion about grocery store
Grocery Store Joe?
Grocery store
Go grocery store Joe. It kind of changed my opinion on him because we hadn't seen his season with Kendall. We had just heard about it. So
we saw it.
Yeah, I don't think he really mentioned how they broke up or the reasons that they broke up. Like he kept saying logistics. So then when Kendall was there, this whole time we were like, oh, they didn't work out. And then when Kendall was there and she was like, yeah, I told you I wasn't going to move to Chicago when we first started dating, in the middle of us dating. And then at the end of us dating, I always said, I'm never going to Chicago because why would you go to Chicago from LA? That's insane. It's so cold there.
Hardship.
And her family is here.
Her family's here. So I just thought like when we
His
were
family's
watching
there.
Yeah, when we were watching that conversation, we were like, why does he keep trying to like defend this relationship that was clearly sort of doomed from the beginning?
Honestly, though, that just tells me it's two stubborn people whose big fatal flaw is that they're both too stubborn.
Yeah.
That they couldn't, like, if you're desperately in love with someone and you want to spend your life with them, you guys figure something out.
Well, he did move to LA for 2 years. He moved here. They did try to make it
And then
work.
he was like, time for
And he
you to
wasn't
move
happy.
to Chicago
Yeah.
for a while. And she was like, hell no.
Oh,
Got
also,
it.
I went to high school with Kendall. We had Spanish together.
What?
And
Habla
she has a
Español?
twin.
Kendall is a twin?
So I had two
Beautiful.
sets of twins from my high school go on the Bachelor franchise.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, what was your high school? Should we tell
Bachelor prep high school.
other middle schoolers who need to know where to go so that they can have a future?
Yeah, where should we not send June and Poppy?
Don't go to West Ranch High School in Valencia, California.
Copy. They're
But yes,
never going.
So Kendall had Spanish with me. She was really nice in high school, and she had a twin. They came like in the middle of high school, I think junior or senior year.
Because they heard it was the Bachelor
They
Factory.
heard it was the best. And when they came to school, everyone was like, oh my God, have you guys met the hot twins? Everyone knew
they
that they had arrived.
Identical?
They're identical. You could tell them apart, but they are identical twins. And then there's another set of identical twins
I'm
that
impressed.
came from my high school.
Her twin has never made it on the franchise at all.
Your home should show off what makes you, you. Joybird's selection of customizable furniture and modern home decor lets you bring your unique style into your space. Joybird offers modern, customizable furniture for every space, available in a variety of vibrant and durable fabric options. And with summer winding down, Joybird has all the modern outdoor furniture and accessories you need to make the most of your patio hangs.
When Keith and I were moving into our house, we actually needed a new couch because our old one wasn't going to fit the space. And so we went on joybird.com, checked out all the styles that they had, and we ended up going with them for our couch. They sent you a ton of fabric samples, so we were able to compare the different textures and colors would look like in our living room, as well as the ones that would hide Alfred's fur the most.
Create a space that brings you joy with Joybird. Visit joybird.com/sitwithus and get 30% off your purchase. That's 30% off joybird.com/sitwithus.
What about in the Meet the Family episodes? She's only been on.
I don't think she's.
I don't think she
made it
went
Make
that
it
far.
I
Was she on
kinda didn't
Ari's
watch all of
episode?
Ari's season because he was like gave me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. And then
did.
the other set of twins were the Stagliano twins. One was my history teacher, the other was a soccer coach, and one of them was on Deanna Pappas's season, I think. And they both ended up marrying women from the franchise, and they both have families now.
Wow. It worked out. They were there for the right reasons.
They were there,
They
for,
were
the
there
right
for the right
reasons.
reasons.
And they were the hot teachers. We had the hot twins and the hot teachers.
That is so funny. I thought the statistic was interesting that maybe Serena P brought up, but more relationships have lasted from Paradise than the traditional Bachelor franchise.
Paradise is more like a real world experience. Like both people are choosing each other. Bachelor is like, oh, here's this one shiny object. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're like meant to like this person, whether you would actually like them in real life or not, because they're being upheld as like a great catch, a dream to be with.
Yeah.
Paradise is a little bit more like a board game. You know, you're trying to just make it the next round. You have to strategically choose who to be with, and then you get to have fun. Sometimes you get a chance card, and you're like, oh, I get to go play topless volleyball today.
Honestly, the people cast for topless volleyball were like a nightmare to be on a quadruple date with or whatever.
That's classic Bachelor. They love to find eccentric Europeans to be any funny role, whether they be a dance instructor, a magician, yoga teacher. It's always
tantric
oh,
sex
hello and
workshop.
welcome. But today we're going to. It's just like always so over the top and ridiculous.
You're like the Canadian. You missed these seasons, but on previous Paradise seasons, we had the Canadian who was just like this super pale vampire looking guy, but was like the dumbest guy you could ever have on Paradise. But they kept bringing him back because he was such a character.
Now we have Franco.
Which one's Franco?
The photographer. The bad photographer whose photos are all soft and grainy.
Very interesting choice. I just wonder like how they get connected. Like how did Franco get connected to the Bachelor franchise?
Oh,
like,
he applied for sure.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I also wonder if he has anything to do with any other like ABC entities. Because I was telling Miles before this podcast, the main girl from Cruel Summer was the blonde singer in Paradise in last week's episode when they went.
Olivia Holt?
Yes, when they went to
That was
Titus's
so
party.
That poor girl didn't have any backup dancers or a band or energy.
She's just singing to a track in front of like people making out.
Yeah, just standing there by herself in her like cute little nightclub dress. It was weird.
It was so much better though than every Bachelor episode where a couple just slow dances to a country
that's the
star
worst.
that's an up and comer
That's
that no
my
one knows.
nightmare.
It was awful.
date.
Those are
Nightmare.
awful.
Yeah.
And then they all have to do the OTFs where they're like, and then this obscure person came and it was so cool that this person was singing to just us. This super famous person everybody knows. Everyone knows this singer, right? Everyone knows this person.
Poor Olivia Holt probably had to quarantine for 2 weeks for that.
for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And no one is
Yeah.
paying attention to her.
Yeah.
I feel
No.
like they kind of did the same thing with Titus though. Like they brought him in and some of these girls are too young to have like watched Kimmy Schmidt, even though it's not that
Not
old of
old.
a show.
Yeah.
No.
And they were all like, wait, who is that? Who is that?
You
And
could
they made
definitely
him like
see-
sing his entrance. It
Yeah,
was
you could
super
definitely see
weird.
their blank faces when he walked in. And that's why I love the one little edit Abigail got where she was telling Noah who he was, but you could tell they cut it off before she said, I think. Like she was like, he was on that show, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Cut.
I just
I
need to
think-
get a little more famous, just famous enough that I can be a guest host
Oh,
on
that's the dream.
Bachelor in Paradise. I would love to. I mean, among the ranks of Lance Bass, like these are just such
Lil
funny
Jon.
choices. Little John, they're
David
just
Spade.
such funny choices.
Keith, give us an audition for the voiceover.
the current voiceover.
Yes.
It's like we're back on the beach and love is in the air. That's
and then you have to throw in a yeah.
It's very much
Yeah.
like a radio. I didn't know it was Lil Jon at first. And I just like this. They just got some eccentric radio host to do the VO
No,
for
they
this.
got Lil Jon.
When Becky and I were first listening, like, what is this voiceover? Is this how the voiceover always is?
You know, we're like, this sounds like Spike TV.
It really sounded like very masculine and bizarre. It's like, who's the target audience of this show? Is it supposed to be like 30-year-old
all over the
dudes who want to
place.
learn about cars? Because that's what the voiceover is telling me.
Yeah.
It's Ice Road Truckers over here, not Bachelor in Paradise.
I love Lil Jon.
What you really do. You had a
I saw him in Vegas last
You got to meet.
weekend.
He
All right.
restoried.
Yeah,
He restoried your story.
Oh yeah, he reposted my Instagram. It was
Yeah.
a big moment for me.
Yes.
Let's back up, Alex. What were you doing with Lil Jon? What was happening in the story?
Did you meet him?
Tell us all.
Kind of. So I was in Vegas with Caitlin and another one of our friends, and we went to Hakkasan, and it was Lil Jon night. And so we went, and there was just some other DJ because the headliners usually come out later. And we were at one of the tables, and we hear whispers that Lil Jon is about to come out. We're like, okay, cool. Everyone's excited. He comes to our table to perform. So I'm 2 feet from Lil Jon while he's singing shots and like chugging a bottle of Jaeger or something in the middle of this club. But he comes to our table, performs. He's so nice. He sounds exactly like he does on his tracks. And then
Shot.
Sounds
Yes.
exactly like he does on his tracks.
yes, he was singing live, but it sounded just like him.
Wow.
And then we went to the DJ booth afterwards and like hung out there a little bit while he was performing. But he was great. He was so into it. Like he was really vibing with the crowd.
Wow.
Also, we Googled it afterwards. He's 50 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like still killing it. He's doing great.
Did you
That
tell
makes
him you
sense.
loved his voiceover on Bachelor in Paradise?
I did not, but I should.
Damn it.
I'll DM him.
Please do. That's
I mean,
amazing.
Usher's came out when I was like 13 or 14. So that's like 20 years ago. So like,
Damn.
Yeah.
He's been able to ride a single word phrase for 2 decades. That's incredible. He deserves to be a host on every Bachelor spinoff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are there other ones other than the Listen to Your Heart, the singing one, which was actually one of my favorite Bachelor spinoffs?
There's
of all time.
Bachelor Games.
It was so fun. There's Bachelor games like Road Rules Challenge.
Wasn't it like
There's,
Olympics?
there's Winter
There was
Games,
Winter
and there
Games.
was supposed to be Summer Games last year, but it got canceled.
canceled.
And then there
What are those?
also
What do they do? They fight
it's
for
similar,
money?
yeah, kind of. It's similar to Paradise, where
They fight for
people
fame.
come on and they hook up, but then there's also activities.
So like the real Olympics.
Yeah,
Or
it's
is it more
basically.
like Real World Road Rules Challenge, where they
It's
took
not that
casts and they
intense.
made them hang off of things to win $1,000 and
No,
eat
I think
worms
this is
and-
not the crowd of people that would agree to do those types of things.
I mean, you never know. All the boys would absolutely do it. All those hyper strong boys are
Yeah, but
absolutely
can you
down to
imagine
be
Tia
strong.
hanging off of a thing for like 4 hours to win
No,
$1,000?
but all of those guys I could see doing that.
Like Riley would do
Kenny
it,
would
but
do it.
imagine like Riley and Kenny would do it, but like
Yeah.
Chris would just cry and
Yeah.
go home. And he's like, "Oh, I hurt my hand. I can't do this anymore."
Connor would fall down.
Connor
Oh
would
my
fall
God, I'm
down.
so glad Connor's gone.
So that's our claim to fame, as we went to college with Connor.
Becky went to college.
Oh,
You were there. He would have been oh no, because he was a year younger than me.
Yeah.
That's
do you,
right.
do you like him?
So
I enjoyed his character.
yeah, I thought his character at first was nice, but then the things I heard afterwards, like
He's
that,
allegedly trying to be a country star.
yes, and Lance Bass
Ugh.
like outed him essentially
Yeah.
and was like, when we were on Paradise, like I didn't like him because he kept asking me because he hadn't seen his season. His season hadn't come out yet. And he was like, did my songs make it in? Did this make it in? It was
Apparently
like
he's
Jed
another
part
Jed.
2.
His songs are not good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, they're just very simple poems that are
I don't-
like cute. They're all like all the songs are basically a tiny little bow on a present. Look at this
feel
cute
like
bow I did. It's a nice bow, everyone.
He's
isn't it?
limp as a human being. He's
Yeah.
just like
but
a
all the
limp
girls
human
like
being.
would sit around him as he crooned, and I'm like, was the producers make him do that? Were they just bored?
Or
This
they-
is the only
they're
entertainment-
bored.
Nice.
It's the only entertainment, I think.
No
too.
one,
Yeah.
Keith, no one has phones, magazines, books, or television or movies.
Yeah, they're bored.
Yeah.
They're so bored.
I'm surprised no one's gotten too drunk yet this season. I know they're
Yeah.
trying not to show it, but like, where are the drunk people?
Where are the drunks at?
Where are they at?
I think
party two
everyone
harders?
is just equally fairly intoxicated.
Mm.
No one's like vomiting in the bushes yet, but
Mm.
everyone seems pretty drunk.
Chris was definitely very drunk the night
Yeah.
he kissed Alana.
Yes.
Also, the next morning when he came out moping and he was so depressed, he's
Yeah.
like, "I came here for Natasha. What did I do?" You know what you did. You're
Yeah.
an idiot. You thought Alana
Yeah.
was going to be better, and then it didn't work out because you were mean
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
stupid.
And everyone
bad.
hated you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did appreciate the boys coming to all, the girls' defenses in the way
That
of
was
not
nice.
being like I feel like we always joke that the couples on The Bachelor are like frat guys and sorority girls, like what we think grown up frat people are
Yes.
like the stereotypical frat people. And so I just didn't think that the guys would kind of stand up for the girls and be like, no, you shouldn't be here for followers. You should be here for love. Fuck you.
Yeah, but why didn't they stand up for Natasha more?
Well,
'Cause they didn't know
apparently
about
because
it,
they didn't know how
Yeah.
deep it went. I think
Yeah.
Natasha was on Joe's podcast recently,
Yeah.
and he
Don't
was saying,
Natasha and Joe host that podcast together?
no, I think she was just a guest. I think it's Joe and Tasha.
How many Bachelor podcasts
I think
are
Joe and
there?
Tasha has a.
As
Tasha had
many
one with
As there
Becca.
are contestants.
Remember that one? Because that
Yes.
all happened last year, and then that's when Becca divorced. Or not divorced, but left.
Oh,
That
Garrett.
awful man.
Ugh, poor Becca. I really feel for her because when you're on the show, you're dating in a vacuum. In theory, ABC has vetted these people, and you don't have any way of accessing their real lives or who they are. So you can be just swindled.
But I think they were together for a decent amount of time after the conclusion of their season. Becca and
It's been a couple
Garrett. It's been a
years.
couple years. Like
Maybe like 3.
if you haven't seen someone's true colors
You know
by
what?
that time, like
Yes, that's true.
if you're liking the kind of posts that he was liking and commenting the things that he was commenting, you are absolutely saying worse shit in private.
Yeah.
So
At
whatever.
least she got out when she did.
That's
At least
what
they didn't
I-
get married.
Yeah, it was like good for you. Get out of there. But I also think like maybe the Bachelor franchise isn't for you. Like maybe it's time to like go on like OkCupid or like
Because she
different
doesn't-
Does
website.
OkCupid still exist? That
Oh yeah, I guess. I don't
people
know.
use that one?
Don't know.
Looking for a nutritious and delicious snack? Well, look no further than Perfect Snacks. With their lineup of fresh from the fridge protein snacks, Perfect Snacks is exactly what you and your family need. Made with freshly ground peanut butter, organic honey, and 20 organic superfoods, Perfect Snacks has a variety of products like protein bars and peanut butter cups that are all so good and good for you. My favorite is the dark chocolate chip with sea salt Perfect Bar. It's so tasty, it makes for a great snack, and I love that I can take it on the go. Right now, Perfect Snacks is offering 15% off your online order, and they're making it super easy. All you have to do is text "Sit With Us" to 83715. Shop their refrigerated snacks by texting "Sit With Us" to 83715 today to get 15% off your order. By signing up via text, you agree to receiving recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages like cart reminders from Perfect Snacks at the cell phone number used when signing up. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Reply "help" for help and stop to cancel. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
I think someone bought them and apparently it's weird now.
Dang.
But yeah,
Listen, this
I
is
feel
the
like
wrong
Becca
room.
needs like a real adult.
Yeah.
Like she's not even here to play the game. She's actually here to meet someone.
Yeah.
She doesn't need the fame. Like she's already super
She
famous.
seems like a great hang,
Yeah.
a good friend,
Yeah,
like
she
a good
seems
catch.
nice.
I'd hang out with her. Becca, you busy?
Right. I also thought it was funny
need
that all the
friends?
girls were very intimidated when Becca came. And then when Becca saw Chelsea, she was like,
Oh,
no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Becca's also really funny. Like last
she's
episode,
like,
she's
"See ya."
like, yeah, she's like, guess I'm going home now. It's nice seeing you guys. Like she's so casual about it. She knows this is not the end of the world if she
No.
leaves the beach. Like
No.
this isn't her whole life. It's a fun thing that she's doing.
Also,
Yeah.
Chelsea is the most beautiful woman. I feel like everyone's just like, oh, shit.
Like, dang it, she's going to find love, isn't she?
She's going to
I
find love.
also feel like Chelsea has this vibe where she knows how gorgeous she is, so she doesn't try that much.
Yeah.
She just waits for people to come, and they don't come because they're so intimidated by
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
But maybe it's her time.
Maybe it's her time to shine. I've been following her on TikTok, and she's pretty funny too. She does like
Maybe we're just not seeing it
little
on
bits.
camera.
Yeah,
Maybe
I-
they just want her to like keep that model mystique.
I think they're trying to make her like the runway model. Like
Yeah.
they've really said she's
Yeah.
a runway model like 15 times.
She's a runway model. Like she does like New York Fashion Week and stuff like that. So like she's like actually beautiful.
Yeah.
It's what women are saying. Is like unlike us who are just sort of like bachelor beautiful. But she's like actually beautiful.
Oh, my God.
It does freak people out when actual like models come on the show. Who was it? Brie, who was on last season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was dating that guy who would not stop talking about the fact that she's a model, and she's like, I have other things going on in my life. I'm a real person too. I'm not just a model.
Yeah. Wasn't there one where someone was like, "What else do you like about me?" And they like didn't have an answer. And you're like,
I think that might have been
"Was that
her?"
Yeah.
Watching it at times, I was like, this kind of feels like camp. Like they're all at camp. I
Definitely.
think they should have to do more camp things.
Drunk camp.
Yeah, I think they should like have to do like a ropes course, like all of them. I think they should just force them to do stuff that's going to create funny physical humor and not just rely on who's with who, what's with what, why. Like, just give me something in each episode that is the equivalent to the awkward volleyball. Just give me something that's like
more goofy
bizarre.
days.
Let me make them all ride those banana boats behind speedboats. Like make them do
Together,
something
yeah.
funny. They'll all fall down. We'll laugh. You know, I just give me some more because sometimes there's like 20 minutes of like a storyline that is exactly like the storyline right before it. I'm like, I don't care. I just get to, and we've been like 6 episodes, it feels like, without a rose ceremony. Like,
Oh my
who's
God,
gonna
yeah.
go? Who's gonna
Yeah.
stay? How could they've
No one
introduced so many
knows.
people? Get I'm out of here. Give me some new change this power structure. I don't like it when the men have the power. I want the ladies to have the power.
Yeah.
It is more fun when
I
the
do
ladies have
like
the power.
that.
100%.
Because then like the guys are still playing the game, but I feel like the women are so much better at actually choosing and weeding through like the dummies.
Who-
The guys will just choose whoever wants to go to the boom boom room that week.
Yep.
James and Ivan. Who are they giving roses to?
Who are they? Who are you talking about?
Ivan's the really cute one.
I like
he was
Ivan.
Ivan was
engineer.
a VIP from Tasha's season.
He was the aeronautical
We love him.
engineer, and his brother went to jail, and he loved, right? That was Ivan.
Yep.
And he loved his niece, and he was really, really sweet and really, really cute.
He's very smart, and
Yeah.
he's surprisingly like confident and cocky in a nice way. Like
Yeah. Do you wanna
Ivan's
see a
got a little
picture?
swagger.
Oh, I
Did
think
you
I
wanna
know
see-
who
you
you're
know
talking
who
about.
he is.
Yeah, I
and
have
James has the
I can't
James
remember
was in
any
the
of their
box.
names.
James is the big, he's got the big traps and the slick back hair.
the slick
I
back
can't
hair.
figure
He's
him
brown.
out.
Oh,
He's
that-
Wall Street bro on the
James
beach.
is
That
like
poor guy.
not ugly, but it's like, are you getting Botox or like? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like there's something off about his face.
He looks like
I'm with you.
a generic like G.I. Joe action figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The
everything's
hair
like a
is
little
not
too
helping.
firm. I
Yeah.
don't know.
The hair's very
He's
crunchy.
he looks like a Ken doll, but like a
He also
plastic-
looks like
but in a
someone
bad
told
way.
him something confusing. He's like, huh. He's like, his face just looks like he's thinking about something that's a little confusing.
Remember
Like, I'm
when
not
Victoria
sure.
P tried to gaslight him and completely failed and just left?
No.
was that
what?
the I have a boyfriend girl?
Yeah, she
That
had
was the
like
I have
a
boyfriend
country
girl.
music singer boyfriend back at home in Nashville. But she
can't stand
tried to
her.
like manipulate her way out of it. And then she came over to all the girls. She was like, I love you, but I'm setting healthy boundaries right now. No, I love you, but I'm setting healthy boundaries right now.
I can't stand her. She's awful on Matt's season, but she's also
awful.
like she's also trying to play the part of a villain to stay along.
But
Like,
she's
stay
not
around
good at
but
it.
she's not good at it. Like
Yeah.
she kind of gives up halfway through and like reveals her secrets. Like,
was
she's
really-
just weird.
Yeah,
And
she
just
started
sent herself home.
Yeah, she started being very manipulative, and then you're like, oh, well, I guess she doesn't have a boyfriend. And then she gets in the car and she's talking about going back to her boyfriend. You're like,
Oh yeah, that was
Huh?
odd.
What?
I remember that. That was really weird.
It was
That's
like, oh, you
super weird.
just gave up your whole secret.
you just did it.
These producers are doing a great job. Piper too came over and was like doing her confessional to the producers, and she was like, "I'm here to date my boyfriend Brendan," and I was like, "Girl, you're not supposed to say that."
So funny.
Oh.
So
No,
funny.
she can't play the game either. Like if you're
No.
gonna do this whole scheme, like of course you're gonna get caught, but like at least play it for a little bit.
Yeah.
She's like, "Hi, boyfriend, nice to see you again."
Didn't seem well thought out.
She didn't talk to
Yeah.
any other guys. She was like, "Brendan, let's go on this date.
Right, like
Maybe we
just-
can pick up where we left off."
They're both terrible liars, and then Brendan's
Yeah.
also not lying very well. Like and like
but
every time
lying
he-
a lot.
but lying a lot. But you could just tell he's sweating bullets. Like
Oh my God,
he
yeah.
has a story, he's rehearsed it, but every time he has to recite it, like he just can't hear
And
anything
then
because he's freaking
when
out.
Natasha was like, wait, Piper flew to Boston to see you, and he was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "In a group of people," and he was like, "No." And she was like,
Yeah, he's like, I think we
Okay,
hung
so
out
you-
twice.
So
and
you
you're like,
fucked then. You clearly must have had sex.
Yeah.
If she
She's
stayed
staying with you
and she
in
flew across the
Boston?
country to visit you.
Yeah.
And you're not
Oh, yeah.
children anymore, so you probably had sex with each other. I
Yeah.
would say.
do we think any of these relationships are going to make it? Like, if we had to pick one, do we think Grocery Store Joe and Serena P are the real deal and they're going to make it past Paradise?
they seem pretty down to earth, but
I like them both. I love Serena P. I do like Joe a lot.
she's very young
they're-
though.
I think there's like a 15-year age
Yeah.
difference,
We've
and
known
it's
each other for like 8 days.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
My production prediction is that they are calling every 3 days a week. Because they're calling
Yeah.
every week is when there's a rose ceremony, but I think it's 3 days generally, because they're not shooting for a week. That burns money. They're not doing that.
Yeah.
So I think every 3 days is a week, and they're having the rose ceremony on the third day.
how long does the season air for? Is it 2 months?
Oh, we're at the halfway point, and we're down to 1 episode per week now. So there are 4 more episodes of 1 per week. So I think
Okay.
we're on week 4. I think it's 8 episodes.
It kind of evens out. I think they film for about 6 weeks.
Okay.
So they do, like 3-4 days
Okay.
per rose ceremony would make sense.
What do you think they do
what I
on the
think.
days when they're not filming?
They're
I think
always
they're
filming.
always filming.
They're always filming.
Yeah,
I think they
crew-
pay them straight through.
Crew
Okay.
gets like
A rotation,
yeah,
probably.
they work for 6 days and they get a day off.
On shows like that, sometimes they'll have like 2 heads of department and the same crew. So they'll have 2 DPs who are flip-flopping and 2 production designers who are flip-flopping, although this show seems fairly dialed in. But they alternate like 2-week stints or 1-week stints so that they can just film and be done.
I think their crew is enormous. My friend would go and work for 6 days, and you get 1 day off, and then you're right back at it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So in the last few episodes, there really haven't been a lot of dates other than these people coming in who are like clearly relationship wise. But like no one who's existent there like ever gets date cards anymore. I think they should have.
Well, Becca got one, but it's rare.
I think they should have a Riddler character who's like a secondary host, and you go to the Riddler and you say like, I want a date card. He's like, if you want a date card, you have to do this, and he makes them do like a Fear Factor-esque task, just so there's like some sort of stake, so people can earn dates, so they can force someone to go on a date with them.
You want more structure.
I just need more games.
Yeah, more
That's
stakes,
fine.
more stakes.
I'm down for more structure as long as it doesn't add more watch time.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. I just
4 hours is enough.
Because one of my favorite parts of the episode is honestly the intro theme song. It's so funny and silly and self-aware. And I think if they could put something like that in the middle of the episode, just to let all of them have fun for 10 minutes.
Did you guys watch F-Boy Island?
No, but I thought about it.
It's great. You should. It's all of this with even less pretense for love. And they have some silly bits and games like you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's clearly Bachelor in Paradise was a precursor inspo for F-Boy Island. And it has a great host.
There was the other one that was exactly like this. That was like the English show.
Love Island.
Which is exactly like this.
I have a hard time watching Love Island, but
I think I have actually never watched it. I have to start it. But I think
I've
with Love
tried.
Island, you're not trying to get engaged at the end. You're just going to like hook up and be
hook up.
messy.
But you sleep in the same bed from the start. You're paired off with someone and you sleep in the same bed.
Yeah.
And all the beds are in one room. And eventually people start to hook up. And I think in the beginning of that show, they didn't know that there were cameras up in the bedrooms. But now everyone's very aware because it's aired for seasons and seasons.
Oh, okay.
But they were filming them secretly and people were having sex.
They're having sex in the same room with other people sleeping.
Yep. So it would be like 5
It's a
beds
Love
in a
Island.
row.
I don't like that.
Island of Love.
Islands could have
And
two
everyone
rooms.
goes to sleep.
The boom boom room.
Everyone's in their double beds. Everyone goes to sleep. And then people will start hooking up under the covers.
What if two couples?
I don't like
What if multiple couples wanted to boom boom at the same time? Is there a bang bang shack? Is there like are there like secondary fantasy suites?
I think you have to wait till the boom boom room is unoccupied.
Is it going to get cleaned and desanitized?
I think so.
Oh.
I remember on Jersey Shore, they had like the equivalent of their boom boom room, and they were in charge of cleaning it themselves.
Oh, no.
So like once a season, they would go in like hazmat suits and just Clorox everything down.
That's
Once
disgusting.
a season?
Yeah.
It should be every time.
It was a dirty group of people.
It was. At my Burning Man camp, there was a boom boom shack with air conditioning. There was like a tent that they had air conditioning and they had like sanitizer and wipes and things. I was not there with people, but I know what was.
What was happening in the boom boom room?
Because otherwise we're all like in one area with all of our tents together. So it was like, here's an air conditioned place you can go.
Wow.
That's considerate.
That's nice.
It
Very
was.
nice.
And they were all friends. My final question, poll around the room. Do you like Bachelor or Bachelorette or Bachelor in Paradise best of all? Which one wins for you?
Paradise for sure.
Paradise for sure.
As someone who's watched them all, finally, I do think Paradise is the best because you get a whole season of story arc, typically every episode.
Yes.
So like you're just burning through stories and it's really good, quick trash. Like you don't have to watch any, you can watch one episode, be totally caught up and get an entire relationship.
Yeah.
Start to finish. It's beautiful.
And it's just a little more real. Like Bachelor, Bachelorette, like the lead is put up on this pedestal. They're this perfect person. And then if anyone gets mad at them, you're like, don't you dare speak to her that way. So I like that you can kind of flip flop and like support different people and different couples, and it's messier and more fun.
You?
Oh, Paradise. Paradise all the way. I agree. It's really good trash TV and it's really fast. And The Bachelor and Bachelorette just serve to cast for Paradise in my heart.
Yeah. I think
I agree.
I agree.
And then I prefer Bachelorette over Bachelor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I think all of us do. Or the general consensus of the world is Bachelorette.
There have been
is
some
better.
lame bachelors. They're not good.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bachelorettes definitely do a little better at
Yes.
sussing out the men and,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But without Bachelor and Bachelorette, we wouldn't get these amazing characters on Paradise.
That's true.
I'm excited for Michelle's season.
Oh,
Her
very
promo
excited.
looks great.
So
Way
good.
better than Katie's.
Although,
Yes.
did she play basketball? Why is she
Yes.
always... Okay, she did.
Yeah.
I missed that part of her storyline. I just remember her being a teacher. And I was like, why in every promo is she playing basketball?
She's a basketball player.
I was like,
Bex.
she's a teacher.
and a teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe she's
basketball,
a basketball
player
teacher.
and a teacher. I'm sure we'll do another one of these episodes once
Yes.
Michelle's season comes out. But thank you for audience for indulging our Bachelor in
Yes.
Paradise madness. If you did indeed stay and follow along.
And
Let
if you
us
work on this
know.
show, let me know if you need me to be the Riddler host or if I could just be a guest host or even
Yeah.
just play a fancy European photographer for the proper Bachelor.
Alex and I would
Bachelorette
consider
series.
producing a season. Let us know.
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
I'd love
Mikey,
to.
you listening?
Alex, do you want to plug anything or tell anyone where they could follow you so they could watch Little John's stories? Or
Yes.
Did you save that to your highlights?
I guess I should.
Yeah.
I need to get
I
better
think
at
I missed
Instagram.
it. Can I see it?
Yeah, it'll be
do we
sweet.
Okay.
do we have any food baby shoots coming up that the audience
Yes.
can look forward to?
So you guys could follow me on Instagram at AA Herring, and herring is spelled like the fish. And more Food Babies content will be coming your way.
Love that. Keith, take us out with
I thought
something that you want to plug.
He wanted
So-
to plug.
No, I'm going to tell him he can play.
You can find me
plug.
at Try Guys, at Keith Habs.
Lou Burger's got some shows coming up.
I do have some fall shows. It's going to probably make me miss some of the episodes of the Bachelorette.
Say it
because-
ain't so.
Yeah, well, I'll probably just get behind.
You can watch on
That's
the road.
okay. Becky and I will catch you up.
Yeah, we'll catch you up.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for sitting with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.